everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be doing the Pisces Book Tag. I saw Joanna Tations do this and really loved it. Thought it was a great idea. I'm a Pisces. I love being a Pisces. When you see this video, it's going up on Friday if my timing is right. So it's actually my birthday and I thought what better video to post on my birthday than a video about being a Pisces. So I am going to be referring to my phone for the questions and the tag, but let's see what books I found. So question 1 is water sign. Name a book that features the ocean. All of these, one way or the other, do have the water element in them, but one that I picked that I don't think is a typical choice is Referendum by J.R.R. Tolkien. But I loved this book so much, and it's very short and it's intended for younger audiences, but adults I think could enjoy it just as well. I did. But there is a massive portion of the book that is all about being underwater and just the descriptions and the creatures, and I loved it. I thrived with that ocean part. I just loved it, just the being under the water and every aspect of it I loved. Like, the whole book isn't set in the ocean, but the part that was my favorite. Definitely was. So that would be Referendum by J.R.R. Tolkien. And then question 2 is creative nature. Name a character who is creative in an artistic way. I chose for this The Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Anne Bronte. Our main protagonist is actually very artistic. She does lots of landscapes and portraits as well, but more often than not landscapes. And we quite often see the male lead really fascinated and taken in by her art and really just caught off guard by it and mesmerized by it. And for her, it's her expression, it's her escape, it's her manner of dealing with what she is. By the way, incredible book. I love it. I especially loved reading from this edition. It was just, I don't know, floppy and perfect to read from, so it's the Vintage Bronte series, but I love this book, and our female lead was artistic. Then question 3, impressionable characters. Name a book that left a huge impression on you / your life. There's a lot. I really had to think about it because I was like, okay, Jane Eyre, I read last year, that one, massive, The Tenant of Wildfell Hall, many others, but I kind of went most recent massive impression, and one of the longest massive impressions. Anyway, the first is Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. I've gone on and on about it, keeping it short, guys, but it is retelling of Theseus and Minotaur from Ariadne's perspective, and it carries on to see her life and her story and gives her a voice. And naturally, it had water. She was on an island. There's a lot of beautiful scenic descriptions, and I adored this book and still think about it every day. Loved it. The next one is one that is just... This book, I need to reread it soon. I hope I reread it this year because it had such a profound impact. Anyway, it is The Mermaid's Daughter by Anne Claycomb. I read this in the spring of 2017 and I adored it. I absolutely loved this book. Basically, it's talking about our main protagonist, Kathleen, and her girlfriend, Harry, and how Kathleen they're both singers, and Kathleen is studying to be a professional opera singer, but she's quite often plagued with really weird, phantom pains in her feet, like excruciating pain, as well as the feeling that her tongue has been cut off or ripped out. And she's plagued with those. Doctors haven't figured out what it is and, you know, haven't figured out how to diagnose it. And the only thing that seems to make it even a little bit better is, like, just a momentary reprieve of it, is salt water. Anyway, her girlfriend gets worried that she's going to meet the same fate as her mother and grandmother and suggests she goes back to Ireland, where her ancestry is, to get to the bottom of whatever this ailment is. And I won't say anymore, but, like, guys, this is so good. This is an all-time favorite. It's dark. It's amazing. It's atmospheric. It's devastating. It's hopeful. It's it's so good. I consistently, like, every few months, I'm like, I want to read something like this. Do you ever read just an amazing book and you just want something that'll give you the same feeling? I constantly have that with this book. And every few months I will look up to see if there's a new book by Anne, and so far I don't think I've seen one. But I did actually notice there's a little short story at the back of the book. So there's that. But this book, it made me, like, want to question. It's a book that for me, like, blurred the lines of, like, what's real and what's imagined, in a way. In a very fantastical way. It's amazing. So, yeah. Another honorable mention I thought of while I was talking about that is, it's going to be staring at me. It's going to be staring at me. Maybe see. Is The Gargoyle by Andrew Davidson. I read this, I think, right around the same time as this. Yeah, a month later. I was having a great reading year. I read this and it is incredible. It has time jumping, like, within centuries, about this gargoyle sculptor and burn victim, and it had me questioning everything I knew at the end of the book. Everything. And it was amazing. So, this one I don't think has a water element, so broken that, but meh, worth it. Very much so worth it. So, if you have any book recommendations, especially if you think anything, if you've read these and have recommendations based on them, or just from the sounds of it, things you think I'd like, tell me, please. That would be great. But yeah, let me know what your favorite kind of Pisces books are, or what your zodiac sign is, and what book you feel represents that the most. But yeah, I hope you all are doing fantastic. If you want to like, comment, and subscribe, I'd appreciate that so much. And I will see you in my next video. Stay safe and take care. Bye. Hi again. So I was just looking and I actually missed 2 questions. So yeah, I guess I just felt like I was at a good place and to stop, but the camera battery's dying, so I'm going to be very quick. The second to last question is, name Booktubers, big or small, that you feel are generous. I would say Lady Jane Books, because she always watches and comments, and she's just very, very kind and inclusive, and I really appreciate and love that. I would also say Noel Gallagher and Simon from Savage Reads, because they're just such genuine people, and they're always complimenting and bringing attention to other people in a really beautiful, beautiful way. So yeah, I would say for that. Then the last question is, I don't remember the exact phrasing, but I think it's like, what series do you turn to for comfort? And that would definitely be the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. That is my all-time favorite series. It's extremely nostalgic to me, and I would reread and reread and reread it. And yeah, that'd be my answer. So, okay, that is it. And I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.